visit the website www.hypnoticaudiosecrets.com for more information. Okay, mistake number 4. A lot of people don't listen for noise. Before you record anything in a home studio, set up your microphone, kind of get your sound that you want, and before you record anything, just sit down and listen. Even better, put your recorder, your DAW, whatever it is you have, put it in record and just let it go and record the supposed silence. I think you'll be very surprised at just what all is getting recorded. Even here in my home studio, this is not an ideal environment. I have to deal with the fans from my computer. I have to deal with, I'm in a living room type of situation, so I can still hear the noise coming from, say, for example, my refrigerator. It has a motor in it, and you can hear the refrigerator running. So this is not an ideal environment. It's okay for me to do within this podcast, and I can do things to mitigate that a bit, but you have to sit down and listen to it, and that's one of the big things that a lot of people don't do. They just start recording without listening for the noise. Listen for the traffic going by in the streets. If you're in your place and you've got traffic, well, then you've got to position the microphone so that it doesn't pick up all that traffic, or do whatever you can so that you're recognizing that the traffic can be an issue, airplanes going overhead, and sometimes in some houses, even the sound can travel through the floor. So people walking around and everything, the sound could travel actually through the floorboards and back up through your microphone stand into your microphone, and you might not even know it. That's where the filters help a lot, because they filter out a whole lot of that low-end rumble that you normally don't pay attention to. A lot of that stuff will be out of there. Okay, and then tip number 5, not using the null point of the microphone. Now, the null point of the microphone, most people use a cardioid type microphone. The null point on a cardioid microphone. Okay, and when I speak of this, I'm speaking of the polar pattern. You hear these things, and I'm trying not to be too technical about it, but the polar pattern represents how this microphone is going to pick up. And most people use what's called a cardioid pattern mic, and that means that it'll pick up sound that's directly in front of it very well, and it'll kind of reject sound a lot in the back of it. If you're directly in back of the mic, the sound will be significantly lower, significantly darker sounding, and just less, so you can use that to your advantage by pointing that backside, that null point, to wherever there's noise. Whatever's providing you the most noise that's becoming a problem, that's where the null point of the microphone should be, and then you should be on the other side directly in front of the mic to record, and you'll make the best of a bad situation. Anyway, that's some 5 quick tips, 5 top mistakes. That's 5 top mistakes that most people make in their home recording environment trying to do vocals. So if you pay attention to these things, it'll clean up your vocals tremendously. And it'll help you a lot when it's time to mix, because you'll be able to actually make your vocals stand out on top of your mix any way you want, instead of being stuck with a lot of unwanted ambience and a lot of unwanted noise. You'll actually be able to get your vocals well out in front of anything else that you need, so that the vocals can be heard and your message can get across. Thank you, and I'll talk to you next time. Just go to hypnoticaudiosecrets.com for more information. Also, just go to kalik-o-vision.com and get your free 7-part mini course. It'll be very helpful. Thank you for listening, and I'll see you on the next episode.